In this lesson, we'll explore a crucial concept in programming: constants. Constants are special variables that, as the name suggests, remain constant once you've assigned a value to them. Let's dive into some rules and best practices for naming and using constants in JavaScript. There are specific rules and best practices for naming constants and variables. It's essential to choose meaningful names that convey the purpose of the variable or constant. The recommended naming convention is camel case. In camel case, a word starts with a lowercase letter, and there are no spaces between subwords. Each subsequent subword begins with an uppercase letter, making the variable name more readable. Remember that JavaScript is case-sensitive. The letter casing you choose for your variable or constant name matters. User email with a lowercase u at the beginning is not the same as user email with an uppercase U. Avoid using names like X or foo, as they are technically valid, but don't convey any meaning about the variable's intention. Variable and constant names can include letters and digits, and you can use the underscore character or the $sign special character typically at the start of the variable name for specific purposes. However, there are some restrictions to keep in mind. Variable or constant names cannot be reserved keywords like let, const, typeof, etc. Names cannot start with a digit, and you cannot use special characters like hyphens or hashtags except for the $sign and underscore. Lastly, user email with underscores like user email is allowed but not recommended. The convention here is called snake case, and it's used in languages like Python but not in JavaScript. Stick to the camel case convention for better code readability. Now, let's jump into the console of Chrome and explore constants in action. In JavaScript, you use the const keyword to declare a constant. Unlike regular variables declared with let, constants cannot have their values changed once set. This is incredibly useful when you want to ensure that a value remains constant to prevent bugs or unintended changes in your code. Let's illustrate this with an example. We start by declaring Joe nationality as a regular variable with let and assign Swedish as Joe's nationality. We can change Joe nationality to French without any issues, but in some cases, we want to prevent such changes. Let's define Joe birthplace. To make Joe birthplace a constant, we use the const keyword to declare it. Let's set its value to Paris. Let's say that Joe's birthplace shouldn't change during the program's execution. Now, when we try to change Joe birthplace to Stockholm, JavaScript prevents it by throwing an error, a descriptive error saying type error, assignment to constant variable. As a rule of thumb, if you declare a variable that shouldn't have its value reassigned during your code's execution, use const. It should be your default choice. If you need a variable that can change, use let. This practice makes your code more intentional, readable, and helps prevent accidental changes to the value of a constant that should remain constant. It's a best practice to make your code more robust and maintainable